Rightio, today we have a short video on the Toyota Frontline Campervan, just on the electric side of it, just a short bit on the electrics. So in the back here, the square box just here, that's where the lithium ion battery sits. That's sealed in that box and vented underneath. The circuit breakers you can see there are the solar and the 12 volt circuits. And up in there is the inverter charger. Right, we'll just move around to the other side and show you in here. Right, so in here we have the control panel, and up here we have a lovely little induction hot plates set up. So on the control panel here we have a voltmeter, but because it's a lithium ion battery, don't take any notice of that whatsoever, because the lithium ion battery will hold 12.5 to 13 volts almost all the way down to zero. The gauge we take notice of is this one here. As you can see, that's reading 100%. Don't let that get down below about 20%. And always remember, whatever you take out of it, you've got to replace somehow. All the other bits and pieces on here are water pump, lights, accessories, and the fridge. So they all need to be turned on when you're operating. And the fridge also has a switch inside it to turn it on and off. This vehicle's got a diesel heater there. And this is the inverter charger switch. And this is the cooktop switch, the isolator. So to use any of the 240 volt power points via the battery and the inverter, this switch must be on there to operate the inverter. And keep in mind that as soon as you switch that switch on, the inverter will use about 1 amp per hour. So don't leave it on unless you need to. Also, that switch needs to be on when you're plugged into 240 volts, because the inverter then becomes a charger and it recharges the battery and brings this back up. We also have solar on this vehicle, so that's charging all the time, and that doesn't matter whether that switch is on or off. But just remember, turn the switch on to use your hot plates or any of your 240 volt power points. Keep your eye on the gauge there, don't let it get too low. And when you're not using the inverter charger, turn it off unless you are plugged into 240 volts, and then leave it on, because then it will charge the battery back up. That's about all, I think. Just remember to turn that off when you're not using it, because it does draw power just sitting there. That's all. Hope this helps someone out when they get stuck somewhere. Cheers.